If you look at the front line, it's not moving at the moment very fast, but there are still fierce fighting in some areas, in particular around the city of Bakhmut. There are certain military operations being undertaken in the south of Ukraine. And of course, the drone attacks, they continue, and the missile strikes. Even last night, Kharkiv was again a target of five missile strikes. Certain objects of civilian infrastructure were damaged. We are still waiting to hear if there have been any casualties from the civilian population. Another thing which is now a challenge for Ukraine, of course, is that as a result of those drone attacks, 30% of the energy infrastructure, power plants, power grids, they've been damaged. And the government, on the one hand, is trying to do everything possible to repair them quickly and restore them. But at the same time, there are power outages across the country. In certain locations, it is necessary for the government to at least temporarily cut out the power so that the pressure on the energy grid is not overwhelming. But work is being done to fix that. But drones continue to be a threat. Now, the good news is that we are learning how to deal with these drones, and day by day we're getting better at it. So the latest we've heard from the Air Force Command is that at the moment we are able to shoot down almost 85% of those drones which are launched at Ukraine. So hopefully, we are minimizing this threat, and hopefully we are going to get more electronic warfare, jamming equipment from our partners from the US, from other NATO countries, and that will make us even more efficient, and that will help us protect our cities and our energy infrastructure better. Because the winter is coming, it's getting a bit colder here, and it's a scenario that we need to avoid. Because this is exactly what the Russians, the aggressors, are trying to achieve. And I was thinking about this. I'm sure you know that in 1933 there was an artificial famine, and this is called Holodomor. So this was like a genocide of Ukrainian people, whereby the then Soviet power was trying to exterminate Ukrainian people, and they have achieved because millions have died. And they have done this by depriving Ukrainians of food. So literally armed units of Soviet soldiers would come to villages and take away all the food, and it was horrible. So, history repeats itself. Russia is an aggressive genocidal country. They're now hoping, if you look at their propaganda, if you look at how they are gloating at the news of their missiles hitting our power and electricity infrastructure, it's incredible. It's just subhuman. The discussions that they have on their central TV just demonstrates that these are not ordinary people. These are creatures with no morale. Because if you are conducting what you call a special military operation, then why are you trying to destroy the livelihood of peaceful citizens in Kiev? And you are openly talking about this. You're saying that we need to strike them more. We need to make sure that Kiev is descended into darkness. I mean, this is what? This is sadistic. This is not even this is not a warfare. This is just unexplicable. Now, another important thing, which is now raised and escalated from the information point of view to the highest level, our president spoke about this. Now, it is not clear what is happening down south in Kherson region, because there are reports of intelligence, and our president openly said it last night in his video address, that Russians are planning to carry out an explosion on one of the dams near Kherson. And if they do that, and of course in their propaganda they're trumpeting that these are Ukrainians, Ukrainian army who is trying to and is likely to do this. But this terrorist act, if it happens, it will be a major technological disaster, and this will flood really large swaths of land in that area. The estimates are that the wave could be 2 to 5 meters high, and this would obliterate literally the whole areas, the whole villages with people and with houses and with everything. So we're now trying to generate international pressure and awareness of this situation just so that we can avoid it. Because of course Ukrainians would never, this is I'm sure clear to everyone now that Ukraine is not using these types of methods. But Russia, on the contrary, has been noticed in applying these kind of dirty tactics. So fingers crossed this will not happen. We are doing all we can to just inform the international community that we have no plans to destroy this dam. And God forbid if something happens, we all know who is behind it.